Welcome back to Vigor. You thought that 10 episodes was enough, but it was not. I am still playing this game, and now there's been a Halloween update. Basically, they've relit a lot of the levels and just filled them with jack-o'-lanterns. It seems like the levels are like they didn't just fully relight all of them. Some of them, like the ones that are just in broad daylight, I don't think have that much of a difference applied to them. But it's hard for me to tell. There's definitely some where it's broad daylight, but it feels like there's something otherworldly about the lighting. The game gets creepy in Halloween. So La Coalition was like telling me you need to play this game around Halloween. So I do really like the addition of these glowing jack-o'-lanterns all over the game. Because especially like in games with a lot of levels with a lot of long sight lines, like Anakin, for instance, you can see them from actually Sagbrook has got probably it's not that exciting when it comes to the jack o' lanterns. Grondheim Valley is maybe a better place to see jack o' lanterns. Oh, good. It found a server really fast. That's great. But yeah, so it does add something nice, and then the weirdness of the lighting though is something that's really odd for me to see. So right now what I'm working on in Vigor is the seasonal challenges, and I've actually gotten through a lot of the ones that are fairly easy for me to get. So right now I've equipped myself with a Berry M12, which is a submachine gun, and I usually only use submachine guns as like last resort. They're just not my style. I like to be able to engage at longer ranges than that. So I prefer assault rifles that have like that do a lot of damage per hit. So I don't have to hit all that often in order to do some, cause some serious harm. I did manage to, so the Bugle F1, I think, is the assault rifle that they wanted me to get 50 kills with, and I've just succeeded at that. There's also the Swish revolver that they wanted me to get 50 kills with, and I got 50 kills with that. No, that one might have just been 20. I think they only wanted me to get 20 kills with that, because that was a lot harder to use to kill people in this game. But now I've got to get 50 kills with the Berry M12, and it's hard. So I'm going to jump into this encounter. I'm going to try to get at least one kill with this Berry M12. Chances are you're probably just going to see me get murdered, but that's okay. Another challenge that I can work on is the one that says win 25 phone duels. So I'll show you what a phone duel is if you don't know already, and sort of tell you how that works. They're actually more... So I avoided them for a really long time because I was like, oh man, a duel where another person gets to know where you are? That's so scary. But they usually start you far away from each other, where, both of you look at the map and you're like, I'm not going to go fight that person. So really, what it is you're just waiting for somebody else to kill the other person, and then you get credit for it. And it's great. So it looks like I'm really far away from all the interesting stuff, which means I'm not as likely to immediately get into conflict, which is fine. It's a little bit more relaxing. Okay, yeah, so Grondheim Valley, it looks like it got... Or actually, that might be... I just realized it's got that little O with a slash in it. So it might be something more like Gruntum Valley. Gruntum Valley in Twilight, it does have this sort of otherworldly feel to it already, even without the jack-o'-lanterns. So I think if we see some jack-o'-lanterns, that'll give it a little bit of a Halloween-y vibe. Another thing that they've done is they've altered the ambient audio so that a lot of the buildings that you run into... By the way, I'm not hearing my footsteps at all. I'm going to turn this up for myself a little bit. A lot of the ambient audio includes, like, witch cackles and stuff like that. Yeah, I am getting very little of the game audio coming through. Are you hearing me? Okay, yes, you're probably hearing my footsteps there. Okay, so I'm just going to run around. So for those of you who might not know what this game is about, this is Vigor. It's an extraction shooter, which means that my job is to come in here, grab as many resources as I can, and get out alive. But along the way, there's like a bunch of other people in this map too who also want the same resources. And the best way... Ooh, there's a phone ringing. The most efficient way to get resources is to let other players collect them, and then you murder those other players and take their stuff. And so that's most of what you're trying to do. Oh, look like somebody else just completed a phone duel. Okay, never mind. Or just engaged in one. And so right now, there's another layer to this, which is challenges. So right now I'm actually trying to complete some seasonal challenges. And one of them is to win phone duels. Let me try to find... Is there a phone in this house? I feel like there's often a phone like on this dresser. I know I heard one ringing. It's somewhere else. The phone wouldn't be in the barn, would it? That'd be strange. Who puts a phone in their barn? Ugh, I wanted to show you phone duels. Barns are weird. Barns are huge buildings, and they usually have almost nothing in them. They're very frustrating. Cars have a lot, though. The problem with cars is they often have alarms, and so searching vehicles is often like taking your life in your hands, because as soon as you make a noise, oftentimes other people will just come running to take you out and everything you've been picking up. But so right now, actually, one way that you can approach the game, especially like if you're pursuing an objective, like right now the challenges that I'm going after are 1, to win phone duels. Oh, there's the phone. And number 2, to kill people with this submachine gun. And so actually, if I wanted to really play this cleverly, so I've just started a phone duel, by the way, and I'll talk about that more in a second. If I wanted to play cleverly, I would not be picking up all these resources. Because the more resources I pick up, the more pot committed I am to this session going well for me getting out with all of this stuff. Which means I'm going to be more risk averse when I'm facing other players. And I'm going to feel worse if they beat me. What I should be doing is avoiding picking up resources at all. Okay, the person at the signals detector over here now knows where I am, but I'm far enough away, I don't think that's a disadvantage on my part. So, like, psychologically, I'm paying a higher cost for getting into fights and losing them. What I should be doing is running around trying to get into trouble and not picking up resources so that I don't feel bad when I get killed. Now, I still... The gear that I'm bringing into the game with me, I would still lose that, so I would lose something. Whoop! People know where I am now, so I better be somewhere else by the time they get to me. I heard some gunshots vaguely this direction, so I'm moving this way cautiously, hoping I see someone who doesn't see me. Because when you got a submachine gun, that's basically the situation you want to be in. You don't want to be facing off against someone when your gun does significantly less damage than theirs and is less accurate. But unfortunately, I'm doing the dumb thing where I keep collecting resources. I need to stop it. Okay, so I tried to engage in a phone duel, and it looks like there were no takers. The way that a phone duel works is, when I make a call on that telephone, it rings every phone on the level. And somebody else can grab a different phone and accept the duel. And what that does is it starts periodically marking our locations on the map so that we can find each other. And the idea is we should converge on each other and try to murder each other. And one of us, whichever one of us wins, gets bonus XP for winning the duel. But there's a couple wrinkles there. One is you're usually far away from each other, which means what people often use it for is actually just recon. They're just like, oh, I want to know where one other person is because it's reassuring to know they're not near me and know that I can avoid them if I want to. And so oftentimes people will engage in a phone duel like that, and they won't actually converge on each other, and they'll actually avoid each other. They'll use it as a means of avoiding each other, which is kind of fun. And also, you don't actually have to be the one that kills the other person in order to get credit. You win the phone duel if anyone kills them. Now, if they just run away from the map, I don't think you get credit. So if they escape alive, you don't get credit for winning the duel for just staying in the map longer, because that would cause weird games of chicken. That would probably be strange. So nothing happens if they just leave the map. But if they get killed by someone else, which they're, liable to do when they're across the map from you, getting into trouble, then you get credit for it. And so it's basically a way to sort of, in most cases, to just sign on for more experience and a little bit more sort of intel without much risk to yourself. So originally I avoided them because they sounded like things that scary people did. Wait a minute. Is there... Yes, there is something in here. Now that I've started picking up resources, I'm like, whatever, let's just pick up some resources. But now I actually kind of engage in them a lot more, unless I've got some, reason why I'm worried about it. I usually don't mind picking up the phone, which is why, even though I have not actually... I think I've maybe legitimately won maybe 2 phone duels. I've got credit for winning 13, because I keep accepting them, and the person gets killed by somebody else. Okay, so if somebody wants to use that signals detector again, they have to get all the way up on that roof where somebody else can easily see them. This is one of the more... This map has got some really dangerous signals detectors in it. The signals detector is great because it tells you where other people are, but on this map in particular, it really exposes you to a lot of danger. So it's often not worth doing, unless you're already fairly confident that you're alone in the area that you're in. Oh, so Cogs wonders if I'm going to play A Plague Tale Requiem. So yes, I've actually already started playing it on my own time. I wasn't sure when I wanted to stream it, because I kind of wanted to, I didn't want to just go through the well, that's pretty close. I didn't want to just go through the tutorial on the stream, like I wanted to get into the actual gameplay, so I might stream it at some point in the future after I've learned more about it. So, gunshot sounds carry a long way. So it's actually not always easy to tell.
The plane is coming. Prepare to fight for the airdrop.
How far away someone is from the gunshots. So I heard gunshots that sounded fairly close. And I'm pretty visible up here, so if somebody wants to look in this direction, they'll probably be able to shoot me. I can't tell where they are. Okay, so I'm going to lie down real quick and check the map. Okay, so the northwest of me is where the airdrop is about to land. You can see it up there. So if I really want to get into a fight, I should probably head towards it, because that's where other people are going to go. Not every other person. Like, normally I actually don't give a crap about the airdrop. The airdrop for me is just, yay, it's a magnet to attract other people. Oh, the time safe was just unlocked. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's closer to me than the airdrop. It's just a magnet to attract other people away from me while I do other things. But if I want to get into trouble, that is a way to do it, is to approach that sucker. Okay, so this building right here had a timed safe in it. And somebody just got what was in that timed safe, which means they might be coming out the door, running away from this site anytime. Is it... Oh, it's not the building right in front of me. It's the building to the right. Oh, okay. So it takes... After they unlock the safe, it takes time to... The timed safe is unlocked by a switch that's far away from the safe. So they have to get to the safe. They have to loot the safe. I feel like I might hear some distant footsteps, but I could also be making things up. Okay, that is where the safe is. It looks like it's lootable, which means I think it's probably being camped. Either they just had enough stuff in their pockets already that they couldn't take everything and it's still lootable a little bit, or somebody decided to unlock it and not loot it so they could wait for me to run in there to loot it, and they could shoot me. So I don't want to go in there. It is kind of funny how this game creates these games of chicken. By the way, I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat. It's just I feel like I have to keep my eyes on this game at all times. So this is why I'm like orbiting the area, checking every hole, basically. I'm not finding anyone. So maybe they were just not able to clear out the entire safe, which left it in its lootable state. They also left all of the other containers around it unlooted, which is weird. Unless, I mean, some players, I think long-term players of the game, a lot of them have just got all the loot they would ever need, and they just don't need to pick up loot anymore except to level up. Okay. Oh, there's a dead body right here. What happened to him? Seriously, I'm probably about to die. Like... Okay, yeah. They did just take everything except the shotgun. But they didn't even loot this. Maybe they didn't notice it. Okay. So now I've got a bunch... I haven't encountered a single other person. I've got a bunch of loot. And now we're out of time. And I'm really far away from the exit. Okay, this is going to be stupid. Okay, I've got some iodine pills. That's good. And, okay. And I'm not headed directly towards the source of the radiation that's going to wipe the map in just a second. So, I probably can make it, presuming that I don't run into anybody else. This has been a fairly uneventful session so far. Because basically, I've just run into evidence of other people, but I did not run into a single other person. This is the thing that I'm always worried about, right? That I'm just going to play a session of Vigor and be like, hey, look at this exciting game that I'm playing, and all you do is just watch me loot stuff, and that's all that happens. Or watch me get killed without any resistance, which is also less exciting. But, I mean, you know, it does when I'm playing by myself and I'm not feeling like I've got to entertain an audience, it does actually feel good to get through an entire level, an entire encounter without anybody like murdering me, and I get out with a bunch of resources. That's actually kind of cool. But there's stuff that feels good internally to me because I'm invested in my particular playthrough of this game. But that's different from what's going to be entertaining to a stream audience. Oh, weird. So, Typed Metal is telling me that apparently there's some kind of Burger King deal right now that will unlock a ghillie suit in Call of Duty if you order something at Burger King. Yeah. So, and he points out that he remembers that I'm not a fan of ghillie suits. Yeah. No, they just like I don't know. I really liked that first ghillie suit sniper level in in the original like Call of Duty 4. I liked that a lot. I'm gonna use some iodine pills right now so that I take less effect from radiation in case there's somebody camping here that I need to fight. But nope, nobody's here. Alright, but I am going to make it to the exit before the radiation kills me at least. And this was an uneventful session. Officially. There's no one anywhere near me. No way I can die at this point. Whee! Okay, well that was kind of fun. So SXO says, at the exit there will be somebody sitting there just waiting and that loot is coming to them. That is often true in this game. If that's happening, then a bunch of crows will rise from the area if a second person arrives while a first person is already camping. So if I'd seen crows, I would have backed off, circled around, tried to flank whoever it was camping for me. But luckily that didn't happen. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, Type Metal and Zedric, there's a lot of people who for some reason really like the look of a ghillie suit. They just want to wear a ghillie suit in every single game they play at all times. And I don't understand that. To me, it doesn't look that cool. I'm just like, okay, guess you do you. But I don't get that excited about it. All right, so while I'm waiting to start another session, hopefully one where I get into way more fights, I'm going for a kind of a smaller map that I'm more familiar with, that is harder to hide in, because it's got a lot fewer buildings. So maybe we'll probably see me get into some trouble in this next session. And I'm not sure if that trouble will be me killing people or me getting killed. I don't know. We'll have to see. In the meantime, I'm eating some rats. Delicious rats. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy rats. Here's my rat trap. Collecting food from the rat trap. Yes. Strangle those rats and just bite their heads right off. Oh, they're so cute. Here we go. Battery Draug. So this map has two versions. It's got the snow-decked version, which is not the one I'm going into, where all the exits are open. But this is like the summery version. Summery, like it's summer. It's summertime. Where most of the exits are locked, and you need to have wire or electronics or fuel to sort of pay your way out. And there's one exit that's unlocked without that. So you actually do have to run around and try to get resources on this game if you want to be able to leave by whatever means you prefer. So I am going to try to pick up resources, but I'll try to pick them up specifically from places that are good at getting me out of the level. In the meantime, I'll actually be trying to get into fights. Though, I'm probably going to lose fights against... actually, you know what? These guys don't seem all... Okay, this guy seems threatening. This guy's wearing a weird suit. This guy's got a gun that says that he, is rich. This guy's showing up with nothing at all, which means he might be trying to get one of the seasonal challenges, which is to enter with nothing and leave with a full backpack. At some point, I should try that one too, but that one feels like Maybe the last one I should try. Oh, Typed Metal suggested that they think it would be funny if real-life soldiers or police skinned themselves the way that these characters do, like really made themselves look, like, oh, look what a badass I am. That reminds me of, I don't know if you've watched the Watchmen TV series on HBO. That's exactly what happens in the Watchmen TV series on HBO. You've got an entire, like, culture of police who dress like superheroes. And it's very funny. Okay. So, one of the player magnets is the safe in the Bard house. And I thought I was in that room, in that place, and I am not. Oh, nope, I am. Ha-ha! So the guy that I assessed as being the most dangerous guy in the lobby, I was correct. That was the most dangerous guy in the lobby. The way you can tell is not from the weapon that he had, though that weapon was expensive. I also have 1 million of that weapon, and I'm not the most dangerous person. Somebody else is here. Dang it! See, I'm not the most dangerous person. I did some damage to that guy, but whatever. Okay, but I got credit for 1 kill, and that's all I was here to do, was get credit for kills with a weapon that I don't usually play with. So I'm okay getting killed trying to do that. I don't feel bad about it, because you know what? I got one of the kills, and that was great. But yeah, so I assessed that guy as being dangerous, but the reason he was dangerous was not because of his weapon, it was because of the armor plate he was wearing. While I was shooting him, you saw I got those little cyan hit markers instead of the white hit markers, which means that he was protected. I had to actually shoot him extra times in order to kill him. So I'm just sitting here watching Bold Redbird here, because, oh, he's doing what I often do, which actually, if I hadn't been attacked, this is what I would have done, is run away from the safe, circle around, let somebody else approach the safe, and then try to flank them when they approach the safe. And then once I've killed enough people around the safe, ooh, hey, go get that thing. Yeah, go for it, Bold Redbird. So bold. After I've killed enough people that I don't think anyone else is coming, then I loot the safe. All right, let's get out of here. Whew. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so I didn't get a lot of, experience for that, but that's okay. I don't mind. Let's reset my loadout and try again. It just occurred to me, I don't think I reset my loadout last time. I think I had too much stuff. I think I actually lost way more stuff than I needed to lose. That was actually weird. Okay. That actually was more costly, I think, than I realized. So, okay, so getting my weapons back. Go back into Battery Drug. Maybe this time I will kill someone and survive, rather than just killing someone and immediately dying to the next person who happened by. But yeah, if you haven't seen the Watchmen TV show, it's really good. I really liked it. It really helps. It helps to know a lot about Watchmen already, to have read the comics and stuff, to like sort of know the history of it. I'm not sure if I would have had as good a time if I was not already familiar with the Watchmen comics. But if you are familiar with it, that TV show was amazing. It did really, really cool things. And I just especially liked sort of the commentary that they were making on these, these police who thought that they were superheroes. They were like dressing up as these badass superheroes. It just sort of, it was a little like, on one level, legitimately cool costumes, but on another level, kind of laughable and weird. But they justified it by actually having the police be so like under threat from like militia groups and stuff like that, that actually they had to hide their identities in order to function as police, which actually seemed a little bit like, I don't know, it was an interesting way to go. Like, it was an interesting way to justify the superhero costumes. Ranith Court says, I never read the comics, but I felt like the movie set up the show somewhat. It does give you, if you watch just the movie, it gives you some things. The main thing it's missing, though, is the giant squid monster. There's a giant squid monster in the comics that is not in the movie. It gets replaced by... They made what I thought at the time was a pretty decent choice in that they went for more efficiency with like plot elements by not having a giant squid monster and using something else, another element of the show, of the movie, to sort of fill in that part of the story, so they wouldn't have to add too many crazy things in a 2-hour movie. Makes total sense. But The TV show depends on the giant squid monster having been a thing. So the TV show is definitely a follow-on from the comics. It is not a follow-on from the movie, because the continuity is from the comics. All right. So I'm going to do one more session. I don't know. We'll see. If I just die instantly, maybe we'll do 2 more sessions. Let's evaluate our enemies. Okay, so this guy, Lawbeard. This guy's going to be scary. Purple MG is one of the more scary weapons you can come up across. This guy's got a gold weapon, but he's new. He's like, yeah, these guys in the green have very little progress. This guy's got more progress. Oh, he's got an RPK. I use an RPK a lot of the time when I want to be effective. So, all right, I'm here. Okay, we've got this thing. The locked container is always a magnet. But also, oh, here's the signals detector, though. That's easier to sneak up on. But I'm closer. I'm closer to the locked container. Okay, and I think, so the direction I'm pointing, I think someone else probably spawned over there. And they're probably converging at the same time as me on that thing, which means I ran for a short distance to get there kind of fast. But I want to be quiet now because I could be coming up on their approach vector. Oh, somebody's already fighting over that thing. Crap. I don't know where he is now. He's probably healing. Dang! So he's doing the thing. Oh, this is the guy that I said was going to be the threat. Okay, yeah. So he's doing the thing where you basically run back and forth and like run in circles so other people can't target you. And then you pick a random moment to start firing, to like stop and start firing when you know you can aim at them. And if they're not moving as fast as you get an advantage. That's like a physical tactic I've just not been able to get good at, and that I don't want to get good at, because that's just not the way I want to play this. I want to feel like I'm, you know, using tactics that a real soldier would use, and running around in circles, you know, while advancing on someone, hoping that you don't get hit by enough bullets to kill you, doesn't feel like it's part of the fantasy. So, yeah. Thing is, if I had been wielding one of my favorite guns, one that does more damage per shot, and, you know, whatever, I might have actually killed him before we got into that second phase of the battle where he beat me. And so the fact that I have to use the berry is annoying. But, you know, whatever. I like completing challenges. It's fine. Type Metal says, I had no chance against someone wearing an Adidas tracksuit because it gave him plus 10 speed. It sure did seem like that's the way he was playing. Okay, like I said, we'll at least do another. If I got just killed immediately, we're going to do at least one more session. Yeah, so far, I survived the boring encounter, and I died in the interesting encounters. I would love it if I survived an interesting encounter. That would be really cool. No idea if that's what's going to be going on here. So let's assess the opposition. Okay, a green guy in camouflage with a machine gun. Another green guy in camouflage with a machine gun. Are these guys together? I mean, technically, no, they're not supposed to be. And then, a ghost with a machine gun. Another ghost with a assault rifle. This guy's probably okay. This guy's probably okay. And then this guy wants to snipe. Okay. I'm getting killed. I'm pretty sure I'm getting killed. So, we'll see how it goes. Nobody else here is trying to get the berry challenge. So, I'm sitting here playing with a hand tied behind my back. Let's see how it goes. By the way, the fact that I don't want to quit until I've had a good session where I got into some trouble and survived it is one of the reasons why this game is so addictive for me. Okay, I could be... Yeah, let's be a latecomer to the safe. So I'm pretty sure somebody is going to start opening the safe before I get there. And so I will be the person, like, you know, when, whatever that guy's name was, Red something, when that person starts opening the safe and then starts wandering around trying to flank whoever comes in after the safe, I'm the guy they're going to be watching for. So I'm pretty sure before I get there, especially because I'm sneaking, so it's going to say the safe is being opened. Now I could go over here and use a disruptor. Oh, there. Safe's being unlocked. That will tell them exactly where I am. But I can change that fairly quickly. And come at them from a different angle. So what this means is I have my little marker here. Oh, I think I just saw somebody cascading down a hillside. I've got my little marker on the screen telling me where I'm going. They don't have stuff like that. So whoever came down there, they might be watching me right now. They might be looking around a corner at me. I'm not sure. Oh, they're over there. They know I'm here. They're jumping around like they know I'm here. Oh, they're not acting like they know I'm here. Unfortunately, this is a freaking submachine gun. If this had been a more appropriate weapon for the situation, I might have killed them. So my tactic, whenever I don't know where the enemy is to back up and circle around. Okay, guys could have been coming from this way, so I want to make sure nobody's coming from the outside. Back up and circle around, which means they no longer know where I am, and I might have a chance to still get the drop on them again. Doesn't always work, because sometimes they're also backing up and circling around just as much. Oh, crap. They've got cover and I don't. That's stupid. Oh! Oh, they got a lucky headshot on me. Their first hit took me out. I mean, I can't complain about that. I also get lucky headshots. Lucky headshots are a fair part of this game. But come on! Come on! I did so much damage to them before they ran off and healed. And then I also did damage to them before they shot me in the head. But yeah, so this is one reason why the game is addictive to me. I'm going to play another session now. Because that was disappointing. I've got to have a good session. I've got to get something done. So here we go. Back into Battery Draug. We're doing it again. Whee. I love getting on this barrel for some reason. I'm not sure why. Just dancing on the barrel. Tight Metal says that guy had goggles of with +5 accuracy. So, whenever somebody gets like a lucky headshot on them, like that on me, I don't feel bad. Because I'm just like, oh yeah, lucky headshot. That's fine. I get those too. It's totally cool. There will be some where I win because I got a lucky headshot. And I can't feel bad about that. That's not me playing badly. I think I actually played that okay. Maybe I could have run away again once he got the drop on me. Like not he got the drop on me, but like once we were sort of evenly matched, I could have backed off again and tried to get the drop on him. But it seemed like a decent shot that, you know, especially if he hadn't healed, that I could have killed him right there. So that wasn't a bad choice. It just, you know, it went in an unlucky way. I also never feel bad if I'm beaten by somebody who has a plate, an armor plate, where I get, you know, those cyan hit markers, because like especially if I damage, like if I get them like down to like half their health after they had a plate, that means that I definitely did enough damage to them that they would have died if they hadn't had the plate. And then if they kill me after that, I'm like, okay, whatever. Mr. Moneybags bought an armored plate. Pfft, you know, I don't feel bad. If they're playing on easy mode and I'm playing on hard mode, it's okay if they beat me. Okay, so we've got a sniper with a spider face. You can't see his spider face, but it's so spidery. And, okay, this guy's got a fancy machine gun. Okay, these guys are wearing noob coats. But they all have better equipment than you'd expect from somebody in a noob coat. So they might just be trying to be deceptive, or maybe they're just using whatever random weapons they happen to have on them and they don't even understand the game yet. Let's see. Oh, this guy. Yeah, ReZero. He's got no progress in the current battle pass. So he probably is genuinely new. This guy's got 32 on the battle pass. So he actually probably... He's got a hat. He's probably just trying to look not dangerous. Yeah, I mean, people... This guy probably has the most time on the battle pass, but these guys all could be dangerous. So, yeah, I'm going to take them all seriously. Okay. What's the best place to... Okay, signals detector. Decent place to go to get into trouble. It's really deep in the middle, though, which means I could have people behind me. Threats could be coming at me from every direction. Actually, let's wait on that. Let's go to this place instead. This is a good place to get fuel and electronics and wire, which are all the things you need to leave the map. Oh. Where the crap is he going? Is he trying to escape? Just a second. Why am I so bad at this? Wow. Alright, well I got a machine gun out of that. Right, real quick, I should go see who's at my door. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. My son just needs a little bit of help with a birthday present that he just got. So, I will go help with that in a second. This will be my last session. But I got another kill with the berry. That's nice. I need to heal. And I'm going to load up this machine gun. So, if I encounter somebody that I need to shoot who's far away, and the berry's not going to do it for me, then I'll switch to my MG. Radovko was saying you should have crouched or laid down or something while you were talking to your son. Yeah, I probably should have. That's normally what I would do, but, you know, my wits aren't always about me when I'm thinking about three things at the same time, like a video game, a stream, and someone in my family needing some attention. So, anyway, so this is the spot where I often come to stock up on ingredients that I need to leave the level. Oh! So I'm not actually sure if the disruption tower blocks sound indicators. So when somebody makes one of those car alarm sounds, you can see exactly where the alarm is by looking at your map and watching for a sound indicator. I think... I'm not sure if the disruption tower blocks those map markers or not. It blocks most of them. I've never checked to see if it blocks the sound indicators. So it could be that triggering that means somebody knows I'm here, but they don't know exactly where that sound is coming from. But either way, I mean, once I use the disruptive tower, they know where the disruptive tower is, so I'm probably not helping myself at all. Anyway, let's have a look at my inventory. So I've got not enough stuff to leave. Oh, wait, actually, I think electronics, I think 2 electronics will get me out by that exit area. So I think that could be my exit vector. Okay, so somebody just used the signals detector. But because of the disruptive tower, I think they didn't get my marker. So they might not know I'm here. But I don't know how to get up to where they are from here. So that makes this more difficult for me to use this as an ambush opportunity. Let's see if this makes an alarm sound. It didn't. Okay, so... they probably moved on the moment they fired that off. They're probably not still there. But I'm still being very cautious just in case. Because they will definitely kill me if I'm not cautious approaching them. Okay, one place people love to be is right here. Oh, I just heard somebody reload. What was that crap? So, it's interesting. The reload sound is really freaking loud in terms of like how far away people can be to hear it, how much it stands out. They might have been down underground actually, making that sound. They might have just dropped in. So basically I might have... Oh, nope. Okay, I think he's out of reach. So back off and circle around. Come from an angle that you can't precisely predict. Yeah, so if I had used my machine gun instead of the Berry, I probably would have killed that guy with the number of shots that I got. But that didn't happen. Okay, so I don't know where he ran off to. Oh, he's right there. Where somebody is, anyway. Oh crap, I'm out of bullets. Alright, well I wanted to kill the guy with the Berry. Okay, I don't think that was the guy I was shooting before though. So I'm nervous. Because that guy might be coming for me. But, this guy's got some good gear. So I'm gonna like, take it like this. I'm gonna take that and put it there. Okay, get out of here! That might have been the same guy, but it might not have been, and so I'm just really nervous. So, okay, so I think I have the wherewithal to escape. Normally I would actually stay here a little bit longer, try to gather more stuff, but my son does want some help. So, hey there, Wave of Frito. Thanks for joining the chat. So it's too bad I didn't get Berry credit, because I totally could have beaten that guy with the Berry if I'd had enough ammo. But I just don't like bringing a lot of ammo in just because it's actually kind of embarrassing if you bring a lot of ammo in and then you're killed really fast and the person comes and searches your body and they're like, oh, this guy thought he was going to live a lot longer than he did. You know? It just seems a little bit odd. And it's just wasteful. You know, it's like most of the time you don't need that much.
Get ready.
Like, in particularly in this case, like, I didn't need that much ammo. Like, I didn't need to bring any more ammo for the Berry than I did because I could easily switch to another weapon I'd looted off a body. Like, it took killing 2 people, you know, to use all my ammo for the Berry, and I got ammo from the people that I killed. So, it's not necessary to carry any more than that. The only reason I might have regrets about bringing so little ammo is because I'm specifically trying to kill people with the Berry. Alright, so this exit is closed. I think this is the electronics exit, though. Yes, electronics. I've got electronics. So I trigger it, and then make sure nobody's trying to snipe me from the shore, which sometimes happens. Okay! There we go! That's the session I was looking for. I got into 2 fights. I won both of them. The first one, I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. They seemed like they weren't that experienced with the game, so I didn't feel that great about it. Second one seemed like they at least thought they knew what they were doing. And so I felt better about that second kill. Whoa! Orchid Spark just raided me? Orchid Spark, I feel so bad. I just told my kid I was going to go do something with him. And so I'm just going to end the stream, like, right after you arrived. I feel really bad, because it's so kind of you to come raid me with 11 people. Thank you so much for bringing me all these folks who I then have to just massively disappoint. I'm so sorry. Man, you're all being so You're all just rating me like crazy. I want to be able to stay now, but I just can't. I promised my son that. So my son had his birthday just recently, and he's been asking for his own drone for a really long time. So we got him one of these, like, inexpensive little tiny remote control drones. It's actually pretty cool, but it runs out of the battery pack just runs out really fast. You use it for a couple of flights and then you're done. And so I told him I'd charge the batteries and I'd reload the batteries for him and help him practice flying again. And so I just told him that I was going to go do that. So I'm going to need to go do that with him. So sorry, Orchid Spark. If you want to suggest somebody for me to raid, I can send you and your entire community someplace else. In the meantime, let me just wrap up the official episode here. But that's Vigor. It's still fun. I'm still having a great time with it, and the Halloween stuff is just it's cute. It's superficial. It's just a few little lighting effects and sound effects and some jack-o'-lanterns scattered around. But you know what? That's fun. And I've also really been enjoying the seasonal challenges, even though it feels like I'm playing with a hand tied behind my back a little bit with this Berry M12. It's also, I feel good when I actually do successfully kill someone with it. I feel pretty good about myself, so it's a balance. Yeah, so we're going to pass those raiders on, but first we're going to put up a subscribe button for YouTube people watching this later. And I'll put some more links over here, including the next time I stream Vigor, which will probably happen because it's all I play in my spare time.